Right? You want to say Brakatil Yahweh, Brakatil Shay, Brakatil Yahweh, Brakatil Shay, Brakatil Yahweh, Brakatil Shay. First and foremost, you want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakatash. Couple honors to the apostles and elders who were at Great Stone. And a blessed salutation to the Apiums. Walk on the earth, pushing the gospel in sincerity in June. Chapter 1. Coming on lesson 35, the church of Yahushai, the 144,000. One third, living with the children. Confusion of faith, Israelite are scattered among these heathen nations. Right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are God's chosen people. Right? Gonna do a lesson. Hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna recompense all you heathen nation, for touching its heritage. Right? You're gonna recompense all you heathen nation. Because what you did, you touched the Most High heritage. You violate. As we say in the Caribbean, you violate. You understand? So the Most High gonna recompense you for touching us. Right? Let me get this in Obadiah. This is Obadiah chapter 1. Right? Verse 50, he said, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is near upon all heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. So your reward going to return upon thy own head because you have touched the Most High heritage. You have oppressed the Most High heritage. At this present time right now, I speak, you have oppressing the children of Israel. You have oppressing the so-called Negro. You have oppressing the so-called Latino. You have oppressing so-called Native American Indian. Right? And the confusion of faith Israelites that scatter among the heathen, they being oppressed too. They are the outcasts in these heathen nations. They might look like these heathen, but they are the outcasts. You understand? So you heathens got to pay for that. All you heathen nation and our number one enemy is so-called white man. So you got to pay for putting your hand on the Most High heritage. Right? You got to pay. Right? Let me get this one in Jeremiah 47. The Most High say he was let me get it. Let me paraphrase it wrong. Right? So you heathens gotta pay. Right? This is Jeremiah. No, Salak is Isaiah. Salak. Let me get it. Right? People gotta pay. Right? We pay for what we did. We pay for disobeying our Lord and Savior. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We pay for our sins. So you heathens gonna pay for touching us and oppressing us. Right? This is Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. Most High was wroth with his people. Who's the Most High people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Most High was wroth with us because we transgress his laws. So we under the curse. Deuteronomy chapter 28, right from verse 15 to 68. So-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indian, these curses fit us. And there's our punishment for being disobedient. But the Most High said, these heathen nations, they follow the affliction. Right? Are we going to get that too? Right? There's Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance. The Most High polluted the inheritance. How the Most High polluted the inheritance? The Most High give over to these heathens. Put these heathens over us. That's how the Most High pollute us. Right? Because being around these heathen nations is an abomination. That's why the Most High said, I am holy, so you, that's roughly paraphrasing, and we should be holy too. That's why the Most High says, separate yourself from them. So by the Most High giving us to these heathen, putting us in the hands of the heathen rule of us, that's how the Most High pollutes his inheritance. Right? Isaiah 47:6, my inheritance, and giving them into thy hand. Now did it show them no mercy? Yeah, the so-called white man, they show us no mercy. Hey, hand, they pull up on Jake. Hands up, Jake. Jake put his hand up. Bam, they shoot him down. like a dog in the street. You understand? That they show no mercy, right? He said, upon the ancient has thou verily heavily laid thy yoke. Even our grandfather, our great grandfather, our grandmother, they gotta still do a 9 to 5. They still got a slave in this man system. You understand? They had them out there in the cotton field at their old age, still working. You understand? Upon the ancient, being the elderly, he heavily lays his yoke. You understand? So are you heathen that join with the so-called white man? Y'all are confederates down to the tree. Y'all are confederate. So the most I gonna recompense are you heathens. Right? So the time coming, right? The time coming, right? So the most I gonna put all these curses on you heathens. Right? Let me get this one in let's say right? So we just gotta be patient, on our Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He gonna recompense. He gonna recompense our enemy for the wrong that they done unto us. Right? So that here. Let's find this one. This is yeah. This is Zechariah chapter 1 verse 50. That and I am very sore displeased with the heathen. Most I say, he am very sore displeased at the heathens. Right? You heathen nation. Starting with you so-called white people. Right? You self-proclaimed white people because you're not white. You are a red Edomite. You are the seed of Esau. You are the Edomites that the Bible speaks of. You are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15. Say, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased. Most I was a little displeased with his people because when we disobey him, so he punish us. That's what fathers do when his son don't hear. Punish us. You understand? And this is what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh did to the Israelites. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native American Indian. That's why you're in this position in today, because we are disobedient. And we want to follow the heathens. So the Most High put me under the heathen. That's our punishment. Right? So the Most High say, back Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen, very sore displeased. So the Most High angry at these heathen, right? You understand? Say that are at ease. So these heathen at ease. For I was but a little displeased with his people, and they help forward the affliction. So what they do, they help forward the affliction. So they gotta pay. They gotta pay for those things because they help forward the affliction, right? So they gotta pay, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 3. Israel was holiness unto the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We were holiness unto the Lord, separate, right? And the first fruit of his inheritance increase. All that devour him shall offend. Evil shall come upon them, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So all you heathen nation offend Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And evil gonna come upon you heathen nation. Because y'all offend, y'all touch apple of the Most High eye. So y'all offend, so y'all gotta pay for that. Right? Y'all gotta pay. So the Most High set up his men, started with Elder Apostle Tahar. The other apostle come down. The men was over Elder Apostle Tahar, like Elder Abba High Priest Arya, King Marsha, right? The Most High set up these men to tell you heathens your judgment, and also to toward our people who want to follow the ways of heathen. They're going to be destroyed for being disobedient, right? The elect going to be delivered, 144,000 and 1 million children, right? So all you heathen nation, y'all offend, and Yahoo y'all offend. Y'all offend Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. God touch the apple of his eyes. And the apple of your eyes is something precious. It's a precious thing. Right? So let me read this again. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 3. It said, Israel was holiness unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend, evil shall come upon them, said the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So the Most High is going to bring evil on you heathens. Right? You heathens going to pay for touching the children of Israel. Right? This is Zephaniah. Zephaniah chapter it's Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 2 verse Zechariah chapter 2 verse 8. He said, for thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nation which spoil you. So you nations spoil the Most High inheritance. You push homosexuality on them, you push Christianity on them, you push Islam on them, you push 7 days Adventists on them, you push the way you feel like, you push that woman equal with man, and all kind of folly you push them to do. So you spoil Most High heritage. So you gotta pay for those things. Right? Right? He said, for he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. For he that toucheth you. So all you need a nation touch the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native American Indians. So you gotta pay. Right? So we telling y'all, right? So we telling y'all gotta pay for y'all wrongdoing, for touching the Most High inheritance. So y'all gotta pay for that. Right? Y'all gotta pay for that. Right? So verse 9, for behold, I will shake my hands upon them. Most High say gonna shake his hands upon them. Who's the Most High hand? Yahushai. Yahushai. Most High say gonna shake his hands upon them. Right? And they shall be spoiled to their servant. And y'all gonna be spoiled to your servant. We right now we is your servant. And really Most High say, for behold, I will shake my hands upon them, which is Yahushai, is the Most High hand, who the word of God Jesus, and they shall be spoiled to their servant. So we're gonna spoil y'all. Let me get a precept for that. Right? Now I ain't making this up. I ain't making this up. This already written. Right? This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 60. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. So all that devour us, we're going to devour y'all. Right? He said, and all thine adversary, every one of them shall go into captivity. Right? So y'all going to go into captivity. That so-called white man go into captivity, the Africans go into captivity, the Syrians go into captivity, Chinese go into captivity, the Arabs go into captivity, right? And so forth. All you nations going into captivity under the Israelites. Right? Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6, he said, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversary, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. So we're gonna spoil you nations, right? We're gonna spoil you, right? You will have to learn our ways. You gotta do what we say, right? Abaratasa. It soon happen, Abaratasa. Right? So back in Zechariah chapter 2, verse 9, he said, for behold, I will shake my hands upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servant, and he shall know that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua of hosts hath sent me. You understand? He says, sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion. which is you Israelites. For lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So hey, the most High gonna you heathens gonna pay, right? You heathens gonna pay for what you did, right? You're gonna pay for what you did. This is second Ezra chapter 15, right? Verse 21. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, who's the most High chosen, the Israelites. The Israelites are the most High chosen. Let me get a quick precept, right? So I gotta pay, right? I gotta pay, right? This is right. Get this quick. This is First Chronicles chapter 60, verse 13. He said, "O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob is chosen." You understand? So the Israelite is the most High chosen, right? Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 21. He said, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, so will I do also, and recompense their bosom. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai power. So the most are going to recompense them, right? We jump to verse 53. He said, if thou hast not always slain my chosen, and we see what's going on around the world, especially in America, with the cops gunning up Jake every day. They're killing Jake through the pharmaceutical pills. They're killing Jake with the GMO food, right? They're pumping drugs and guns into the Jake community to Jake destroy himself. Their philosophy, they force on Jake to slay Jake every day. So y'all gotta pay for that, right? Second Ezra chapter 53 verse. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 53. If thou hast not always slain my chosen, he said, exalted the stroke, yeah, exalted the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead, when thou was drunken, right? He said, let me jump to verse 56. He said, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, even so shall the power Yahweh Bashem Yahushai do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. He said, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. Said, he said, they that be in the mountain shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. You understand? So the most are going to recompense. Most are going to recompense how you healing, for touching the chain of Israel. Right? They are gonna pay for that. Right? They are gonna pay for that. They are not gonna escape. Right? We get the book of Joel, right? They are gonna pay. They are to pay. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. He said, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I will bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which means Yahweh Shabbat, Yahweh judgment, right? Right? As we gather the host of the different nations, the army in the valley of Jehoshaphat down in the Middle East, right? Say, I will plead with them there for my people. You're gonna plead, you're gonna judge them, right? He said, and for my heritage Israel. So the Most High gonna judge y'all. Most High is gonna plead with y'all for his heritage Israel, because all y'all offend. Each of them y'all offend. Right? So the Most High gonna plead with y'all. right? He said, whom they have scattered among the nation and parted my land. Sell us among the nation, you have divided the Most High land. Right now, who the Most High land? So-called Jewish people, the Gutterats, Edomites, Khazar, they are Edomites, right? And you got the Philistines, which are Arabs. They parted the Most High land and scattered the Most High people, right? He said, and they have cast lot for my people, and have given a boy for wine, have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon? This is African nation, and all the coast of Palestine. Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I recompense? Will I return your recompense upon your own head? So the Most High going to repay you in the nation for what you did, right? The Most High going to repay you nation, right? He said, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried them into your temple, my God, be pleasant thing. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have he sold unto the Christian, that he might remove them far from their border, right? You understand? So you got to pay for that, right? You Africans got to pay, you Arabs got to pay, you so-called people got to pay, all you heathen nation got to pay, right? Each and every one of you are guilty for putting your hand on the trade of Israel, right? This is Revelation chapter 30, verse 9. If any man have ears, let him hear. If any man have understanding, let him understand. He that leadeth the captivity shall go into captivity. So all you nations leaders into captivity, you are going to go into captivity. Right? He said, he that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. So all you nations who kill us with the sword, you are going to be killed with the sword too. Right? He said, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So we waiting for our Lord to come and what? Recompense tribulation to them that trouble us. So we waiting upon that. We waiting upon our Lord and Savior, who's Yahweh Shai, right? Who the one able to God Jesus to come, right? And recompense tribulation to them that trouble us. Let me get that. Right? This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So it's a righteous thing to recompense the trouble that you either put upon us. So you gotta go through the same, trouble. You and your children gotta go through that. Right? You gotta go through that. Right? You gotta go through back in Joel chapter 2, verse 7. Behold, I will rise them out of the place where he has sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So the Most High say you're gonna rise them up. And this way see the Most High do rise up his men, right? The elect. Because 2/3 of people gonna die because they refuse to act unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So they're gonna be destroyed, right? But the elect gonna be rise up. And the Most High say gonna pluck us out from the hands of the heathen. Let me get that. It's Jeremiah chapter 12. Right? Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 40. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, against all my evil neighbor, right? Because these are the heathen nation, they are evil, right? He said, that touch the inheritance, which I have caused my people Israel to inherit, because of these devils in our land claiming to be us. In the land of Israel claiming to be us, claiming to be the Jews, claiming to be the children of God, claiming to be the Israelites, but they call themselves Israelis. Jewish, there's no word as Jewish, there's no word as Israelis. It's the children of Israel. The Jews represent Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Where is the other tribes? There's 12 tribes, right? He said, which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Behold, I will pluck them out of their hands and pluck out the house of Judah from among them. You understand? Right? And this is what the Most High going to do. Move us away from them. And the Most High going to bring judgment on you heathens. Right? And it shall come to pass after that I have plucked them out. I will return and have compassion on them, and will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. Right? The lock you. So hey, Most High gonna to have compassion upon his heritage, which is the elect, right? Back in Joel chapter 3, verse 7, behold, I will raise them up out of the place where he have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. Say, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah. So the Most High can sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of children of Judah. With Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Predominantly the so-called Negroes in North, Central, and South America, right? Which is the Asians, the Haiti, so-called Haitians and the West Indians, right? And Judah scattered throughout the four-corners of the earth too. So the Most High is going to sell your sons and daughters into the hands of Judah. So we're gonna have slaves. We're gonna get these as our inheritance, right? They tell you that in Revelation. Let me get that, right? You get that. Take your time. I hit the plantation just now, right? Let me get that, right? This is let me get it. This Revelation chapter 2, verse 25 says, "But that which he had, but that which he have already, hold fast till I come," which is this knowledge, you know. As the apostles always exhort us, hey, do the work, you know, do the work, do the video, keep diligent, you know, right? You say, verse 26, and he that overcome and keep my word unto the end, to him I will give power over the nation, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessel of a potter shall they be broken to shiver, even as I receive of my Father. Yeah, we're gonna rule over these nations, these heathen nations, right? So back in Joel chapter 3, verse 8, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord Yahweh had spoken it. Yeah, so we're gonna sell your sons and daughters to these Hamites, these Africans, and we're gonna put these Hamites to be taskmasters over you heathens, and you Edomites, right? You understand? We can do the same thing to you, you devils, right? We can do the same thing to you, devil, right? Um, this Jeremiah, so like Isaiah, right? It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. He said, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Israel, the stranger and the Israelite foreigners. Right? He said, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for servant and handmaid, and they shall take them captive who captive they were, and they shall rule over the oppressor. So we're gonna rule over our oppressors. We're gonna get you Edomites, you so-called white people, as bondsmen, as bondsmen and bondsmen. You are the heathen nation, you East Indians, you Chinese. Y'all gonna be our servants. Y'all gonna serve us perpetually. Y'all gonna serve us because it's your rightful lot. Y'all were created to be servants, right? You understand? We're gonna rule. We're gonna rule over our oppressors, right? This is Jeremiah, Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, woe to thee that spoilest, you so-called white people, so-called Chinese, so-called Africans. Right? We're gonna spoil. We're gonna spoil you, right? He said, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, right? Especially you so-called white people, thou was not spoiled, but what? You spoil us, right? He said, and deal treacherously, and they, he said, and they deal it not treacherously with thee. You deal treacherously with the so-called Negro, so-called Latino, the so-called Native American Indian. Like, look at your court system, right? Look how you deal with them. I was doing a video on a man the other day from Mississippi or Mensive. I think it's Mensive, right? I think his name was Lawrence, and he was charged for burglary and rape. But after 20 something years, the case DNA proved him not guilty, right? But you sentenced him to 100 and something year, and he spent 20 something year, and DNA proved that he was innocent, right? And when he released from prison, they give him $75 to start over his life, and he couldn't change the check after. He couldn't change the check to that. Couldn't change that check after 3 months because he had no ID. And when he asked, when he appealed to the court to clear his name from the crime that he did not did, y'all reject it. So you devils did treacherously with us, and we didn't deal treacherously with you, right? You understand? He said, when thou cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled in the kingdom. You're gonna cease to spoil because when you're gonna be changed, and you're gonna be spoiled, right? You understand? He said, he said, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. We're gonna deal treacherously with the devil. Because we're going to judge you by the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is how we're going to judge you down by the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So all you heed is going to pay, right? All you heed is going to pay. This is why we waited patiently on the Lord. We waited patiently on the Lord. The Lord gonna fight for us. The Lord gonna recompense all our enemies. So we waited patiently on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? God, he gonna destroy our enemies. Right? So, hey, this is a, quick lesson, 35, the body of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? The Lord gonna recompense us from all our troubles. Right? He's gonna deliver us. Right? Let me close off with this one. Let me get this on the Psalms. Right? So the Most High, yes, Psalm 16. This is Psalm chapter 16, verse 11. He said, give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. He said, through Yahweh we shall do valiantly, for he it is that shall tread down our enemy. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to tread down our enemy. So we wait in our power, wait upon our God, our salvation, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who will save us from the hands of our enemy and put us on top. And with that, was edifying. I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who move at great stone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akim, to the four part, to push in the gospel and sincerity. Shalom.